Students, we had discussed about the parathyroid glands. Now we will be talking about the adrenal gland. Now see, these adrenal glands, they are situated above the kidney. Okay, they just look like a cap, hilus on the kidney. So that's why they are also called as the suprarenal gland. Now see, if you will observe from the diagram itself, you will find that the right side gland is triangular, but left one is just semilunar. When you will take their weight, so each gland is approximate 5 to 9 gram in case of adult. But interestingly, that as we aged, the size of the gland decreases approximate 16 to 20 times. If you will see the birth weight of this particular gland and compare it from the adult, so 16 to 20 time weight is greater in the case of the babies. Now why they gradually decreases? Because see, cells of this gland, they become old, and with age this particular glands decrease in the size. Each gland consists of the peripheral part. This peripheral part, first they have a capsular part, and beneath these capsules they have a cortex, and they have a central part, and the central part of this gland is called as the medulla. These two parts, these are really very different structurally as well as embryologically. When we talk about embryologically, means their origination. So their origination is also from the different germ layer. And in fact, when we will compare their functions, where we will talk about their hormone, that time their function will be very much clear to you children. So this, if you will see, their function of cortex and function of medulla is totally different. Basically, these glands, they secrete the corticosteroid. Now, see, what is the important role of this corticosteroid? Corticosteroid are really very important for maintenance of the salt and mineral balance in our body. So we can say that with this gland, our homeostasis is maintained. This gland also secrete the catecholamine. What are these catecholamine? Epinephrine hormone and the norepinephrine hormone. Epinephrine hormone is also called as the adrenaline. These are very much important hormone. These are released in the response to the stress. So these are also called as the fight and flight hormones. Stress, they control the stress of the body. When we talk about another hormone, so they also produce the sex hormone. And especially in the case of the male, the sex hormone androgen, which controls the secondary sexual characters in the male, it has been produced by the adrenal gland. This gland also produce the aldosterone. Now see, this aldosterone is having overall function to maintain the metabolism of the kidney. So this is about the adrenal gland. Next gland under discussion is the pancreas. You can observe its location. It is present between the stomach and the duodenum. This is your duodenum, and this is your stomach. Actually, it is inside it, so that's why this thing is made semi-translucent. So you can imagine its position. So remember always that it is located between the stomach and the duodenum. Compound gland है, having both exocrine and endocrine structure. In the previous lecture also we have seen one gland which is having the exocrine and endocrine function. Can you name that gland? Yes. Which gland was there which is having the exocrine as well as the endocrine function? Student, we have discussed about thymus in the previous lecture. Yes, so you remember? And what is the important function of the thymus? It is a proper, it's a part of the lymphoid system, right? So it is a duct gland as well as it is endocrine part also, because it releases the thymoxine hormone. Please don't forget and be attentive for the lecture. So this is a compound gland. It's located between the stomach and the duodenum. Now, see, it has both type of structure, as it is the exocrine as well as the endocrine. So islets of Langerhans, to be very specific, these are the part which is functioning for the endocrine purpose. Okay, now see this islets of Langerhans. It was discovered by the Langerhans in the year 1869. That's why it is called as the Langerhans. It consists of the three type of the cells: alpha, beta, and gamma, which produces insulin, glucagon, and somatostatin, as well as pancreatic polypeptide. When we talk about function of their hormones, so we all know very well that our glucose metabolism is checked with two hormone. One is the insulin and another is the glucagon. So yes, this insulin, it reducing the blood glucose level, glucagon, it is raising the blood glucose level. So both of this hormone, they are functioning antagonistics. That means if you had a pizza, so that particular time lots of glucose will be added. You had a complete compost meal, only we will talk about पूरा party में जाके full you have had a feast, so that particular time lots of glucose has been added in your body. So that particular time insulin will take role and it will control your blood level. And in Ramzan you are fasting, so that particular time the level of the glucose is down, so that particular time the glucagon will take command and will control your blood glucose level. So both the hormone, they have the antagonistic. Now see, these are the hormone only which is maintaining each and everything in each and every level in your body. You do not take any extra efforts apart from eating and resting, but these hormones, they are continuously your nervous system, your endocrine system, it is continuously working to maintain the homeostasis, or you can say a proper condition. Each and everything, glucose, normal glucose level is so and so, normal this level, lipid level so and so, normal this level, all these things are in normal level. But if a little bit here and there, you have to go to the pathologist, you have to go to the doctor. Yes, so thanks to our endocrine system, that they are checking each and everything, each and every chemical secretion in our body, it's in normal range. So that's why they play a very important role. Now see the third hormone. The third hormone name is somatostatin. Now, see, statin means inhibition. Somatostatin is regulate the secretion of both hormone, insulin hormone as well as your glucagon. Usually, other some hormones are also there, like gastrin, growth hormone. All these hormone should not produce in extra quantity, otherwise it can have the bad effect on the body. So somatostatin inhibits extra production of all these hormones. The next is the hormone is the testis, male gonad. It is located into the scrotum. Student, before the birth, these testes are present inside the inguinal canal. Sorry, in the cavity of the stomach. But after the birth, to maintain the normal sperm production, to reduce its temperature, it is descended from the inguinal canal to the scrotum, which is present outside the body, and temperature is bit lower at that particular site, so that they should have the proper functioning, or you can say they have a normal spermatogenesis. So this is present outside the body and beneath the penis. Function is to produce the spermatozoa. Endocrine function of testis is secondary. Interstitial cell, that is the Leydig cell of the testis, it produces the androgen. Mainly the main important androgen means the male sex hormone. So the main sex hormone, that is testosterone, it is developed by the androgen. Sorry, it is developed by the Leydig cell of the testis, and it also produces special other hormones, and it maintains the secondary sexual characteristic of the male. Leydig cells, these are influenced by the LH hormone. Now, see, interestingly, this LH hormone do not produce by the testis; it is produced by the pituitary gland. The next gonad we will be talking about is the ovary. It is a female gonad. Now, see, testis as well as ovaries both are present in pair. Okay, this is present on the dorsal side of the uterus in the posterior part of the abdomen. Okay, now you all know about the anterior and posterior part. So it is present into the posterior part of the abdomen. Now, main function of this test, I'm extremely sorry, this ovary is maturation of the Graafian follicle, that is the female ovum. It secretes the estrogen and the progesterone. These hormones are responsible for the development of the secondary sexual characters as well as the fertility and healthy menstrual period. Not only that, it also secretes the relaxin hormone. This relaxin hormone is it is responsible for relaxation of the pubic ligaments at the time of the parturition. Parturition means the delivery of the baby. So overall, female sexual health, it's maintained by the ovary. So this is all about all the endocrine gland. Next lecture onwards, we will be talking about the hormones, a very interesting topic, a very active unit, you can say. Thereafter, we will be also talking about how these hormones get activated, what are the things, and thereafter, each and every gland we will be talking in detail. Now, see, we have just discussed what is the systematic position of. Why I'm talking about systematic position? What is the location of that particular gland in the body and all? But thereafter, we will be talking about the histology as well. In practical, we will be discussing in detail about the histology, but in the theory we will be talking in a different way. First, we will be talking about the function of that particular gland, its histological part, and thereafter, one by one, the hormones of that particular gland will be under discussion. So, this is all we all are going to study. For this particular note, will stop now. Any doubt, student? Yes, do you have any doubt?